There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.
look at us as robots or just out doing a job, but everything we see and do affects us just like it does everybody else.
A lot of problems with first responders and veterans is that now we're in a battlefield that's very different.
I've lost more friends to suicide than I did in combat, and it really hurts.
When you push the human envelope to those maximum extents, physically, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually, and then you pull that plug, nothing prepares you for the silence. Nothing prepares you for that void.
You can't come that close to death without it having some effect on you.
I'll never forget my wife telling me, you know, you're not the same Brett that I married.
What War Horses does is it puts you in that environment to, in essence, look in the mirror. But that mirror's that horse. And that horse is going to tell you where you're at.
You got to relax. You got to calm down. You got to slow your mind down and just think about this one thing, controlling that horse.
The first thing we do before we get on a horse, we breathe. To let go of everything. Let go of everything in your head. If I don't let go of everything, I cannot be present with the horse.
It's magic. I just started crying. It was the first time in my life that I literally let everything go.
Compassion, generosity, love, all of these things trickle back into what it is to be a human being.
It's completely changed me.
All the confidence I had lost, it started coming back working with these horses. They've given me my life back.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on this 2-3 September in the year of our dumpster fire. Now we know why aliens are trying to avoid us in 2024. My host, I'm by myself tonight. Oh, man. No, Massey had to do some stuff that was going to run him a little late. So I just figured, you know what, dude, just take it, you know, just chill, man. Just chill and, you know, don't come in. I got this. The last time I had my own show by myself and I didn't have any moderation from my fellow co-hosts and guest co-hosts, I had some very serious we got zucked. So, yeah, that's right, Heather. Cannot be trusted alone. Well, that's why I always have my chaperones that come around, the Ice fans, and of course the illustrious WTF Nation. Of course, the WTF Moments top fans always keep me in check. So, anyways, how y'all doing tonight? I think we're 5x5, except on the main page because we're still restricted. We can't go live on the main page because we can post everything else, but just not live video. Because people got butthurt over some of the juice that we posted when we had a Propofol post on the main page, and people got butthurt. Yeah, seriously. So, anyway, so what y'all doing? What's going on? Let me see. Let me see what we got going on here. Okay, so you guys saw the post. That's obviously on top of the stream or underneath the stream, depending on what you got. You know, what you have on what are you streaming with? If you guys want to check out WTF Nation Radio's YouTube page, that's where you can see all the chats coming in from X, from YouTube, from Facebook. When the main page comes back online, back in like somewhere in a couple of weeks, you'll see it hit it up there too. So I'm going to bring this as the order into which I received it, and this is a story that I've been working on with another individual, actually two individuals. I just want to make sure I had the legalese to say, okay, am I saying this right? Can I say this right? So, have you guys that going to school right now, are you guys dealing with any shitty or shady ass fucking school administrators? Are you having it sounds like a freaking big farm commercial? Are you having issues with your college administrators? Are you getting your benefits the way you're supposed to be getting them? Well, with this new pill, no, just kidding. I came across a story. Actually, this is a story that I've been working with some veterans that are attending a college up in Wyoming, and this college is Casper College, and primarily, again, WTF moments. Now that the Guad is kind of like wound down a little bit, we're now back to more focusing on the, hey, you're deployed, you need to fucking get squared away, blah, blah, blah. But now we're refocusing a little bit more on the veteran issues because as we first started before, but this right here kind of got me. This one kind of pissed me off because what I want to go to school, and when I eventually do go to school, I don't want to deal with some of this shit that some of our veterans are already dealing with. So I'm going to highlight Casper College out in Wyoming. Matter of fact, let me just grab some digits here. Let me grab some digits, and that way you guys can see what college, like Casper the Ghost. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, Casper College in Wyoming, which, I didn't know. I always, some of my family members are like, it's in Casper, Wyoming, and I always have friends that, hey, because I live, when you live out in the boonies, and I had family members, we have this restaurant here. Do you know we have that restaurant here? And I just always break balls back and say, yeah, we also have fire too, by the way. Just to let you know. So anyways, Casper College, let me pull this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It may be your school if you are attending the school in Casper, Wyoming. Yeah, oh man, yeah, I did some training out in Wyoming, and you're right, it is cold. Oh, it is cold as balls up in that place. So it's pretty much a pretty small college. Yeah, I was just talking to some people saying that sometimes smaller administrations when it comes to school dealing with veterans, the smaller the organization, the smaller the school is. Like it's almost like the bigger the tyrants. And so I just wanted to show you guys the school. And so find your area of studies, blah blah blah, and of course going it's this normal little college. So I just wanted to give you guys a real quick Casper College intro. So with that, there's some veterans that are going to school there, that are attending there. And I want to bring up the attention of, the veterans and some of the service members and some of their families of that their stories and their situations. Kind of had to like gloss over a lot of it. There's a lot of information that came out of this. And it just, the names, I'm going to name them. I'm naming people. I'm going to see, that's what Massey always does that. Are you sure you want to name that? I'm like, I don't know. Should we? I don't know, man. And then he's like, fuck it. All right, cool. Fuck it. We'll hold the name off. Nah, I'm naming tonight. McDonald's in Rock Springs was paying more than Halliburton. Yeah. Ooh, I heard about that. Yeah. I'm a veteran of the McDonald's militia, so I could probably, now that I'm retired, I can go hang out probably run a couple of Mickey D's, McDoffs. So, at any rate, so I just want to bring the attention to veterans and service members and their families from the administrators. Just bring up a little bit of some of the behaviors at Casper College of what they've been doing, and they oversee veteran services. And there are some names that I'm going to mention to draw attention to, and I'm just telling you right now, so that way you can go, oh, okay. And so that way, in the event that if you want to attend this college out in Wyoming, then you're going to be like, oh shit, okay, who am I going to deal with? Starting with the Veteran Military Student Services Coordinator, Philip Young. Now he's a veteran himself, and so this makes it kind of like, dude, what, you know what I mean? When we see veterans screwing over veterans, it's just like, dude. So over the past year, Young has been on a warpath, kind of like, making a toxic and dangerous environment. And that's not really conducive for student success. I mean, there's a lot of veterans that have been in the world doing Army shit, and they come out, and for some, there has been some difficulty grabbing some of the concept of assimilating back into civilian life. There is no program for veterans when they've been bam, they've just been going through the numbers, and then the next thing you know, okay, now you got to calm down because the Army has this illustrious fucking program to kind of wind you down from your service, and then now you have to interact with civilians again, and now you have to interact with people, and me. I have some patience issues. I'll admit it. I have some patience issues. Oh, actually, I will say a lot of veterans have a lot of patience issues when it comes to dealing with, especially school administrators or individuals who, I think have been riding that pretty good, riding that train pretty good. So he'll snap at students, and on countless occasions, he's gotten aggressive, yelled, even threatened physical harm, and has even physically assaulted students. I was like, dude, I'm like, I'm just scratching the surface to get way down in the weeds. There's some other questions that I have too, like, hey, fuck, man, what is going on there that has individuals not reporting this to the police? Well, they have, or not, I should say reporting to authorities, or reporting to exactly that, Corey, entitled civvies. So, Lori Johnstone, the director of financial aid, that's Young's first line, participated in the same shit as well, enabling him, even guiding highly professional attacks on students for making complaints about Young and the school. Also takes part in the unjust attacks agent students' benefits and work study pay. Now, the last administrator is the vice president of student services, Linda Toohey. Linda has belittled students, given names of complainants, even went outside reason and logic to punish people who make complaints about the absolutely poor treatment of the students on campus, and not just related to veteran service as well. Yeah, exactly that, Sergio. I wish a motherfucker would. So, I do have sides and examples. I do, but these had to be kind of like not watered down a little bit, but I had to, because there was enough people here to talk about it. This was almost, I almost feel like calling Jose back into the realm. I'm just saying. We thought that me going public would have ended a lot of the drama to where we didn't have to have Jose. And Jose was like, yeah, I'm out of here. No need to have me. I'm done. So one particular occasion involving Young was just recently, after Young was caught in an outright lie about his actions after a student confronted him. He began to get in a fucking verbal altercation with the student and even placed his hands on the student. Dude. After a meeting with Linda, didn't go the way he wanted. Expulsion of the student is what he wanted. He proceeded to make a report that he was afraid for his life because students reported to the dean of students, who found out that he was not in fault and free and clear. Dude. Linda, after hearing this from many students and collecting the evidence of this mistreatment, proceeded to punish the student. I'm hearing stuff. Exactly. Cody, what's up, Cody? Hearing the same thing. Booze involved. Like I said, Casper College. Damn, what's going on up in Wyoming? Another instance of this toxic behavior involves multiple students making complaints as well. I mean, after the students who make the complaints about Young, Linda and Lori tell Young who made the complaint. And there's been no repercussions. Young and Lori then proceeded to harass, belittle, and threaten students, citing Linda's as the person making a new directive. VA complaints have been filed. I love my VA. The VA is good. If it works actually the way it's supposed to fucking work, a VA is outstanding. But it stands. Young is the one who gets them and never makes any attempt to correct the issue. Young retaliates against the student who made the complaint, and this has happened countless times. Retaliation is given to anyone who speaks up about the mistreatment of the veteran population at Casper College. I ain't gonna go with me. I guess I'm not gonna enroll myself. Nothing you do to Wyoming except drink and watch the tumbleweeds, right? And watch the missile silos open up once in a while when they decide to clean them out. So there has been so many filed complaints between the students and all that to where this has literally have been driving these veterans. Now look, we always talk about the 22 a day. We like to do the push-ups. Red, remember everyone deployed, yada yada. Today is suicide awareness, or this is suicide awareness month. We all like to talk about that shit. But then we have our own community doing this to fellow veterans. That's just what blows me away. Like I said, I was telling somebody that today, that usually the smaller communities have the largest tyrants. And so I'm aghast. I'm like, there's no fucking way. So Young has stated openly that he would withhold and outright deny VA benefits for students who have made complaints about his poor performance. I didn't know this, but and I was privy to some of this, like you could rate your professor, almost like Hots and Gots. How you could rate a barracks facility and housing. We're going to talk about housing in a minute later, right, Heather? And so you could I guess rate a professor or something like that. And then and the next thing you know, fucking I guess he's getting mad at his ratings. So he refuses to show students their registered student organization RSO account. I'm going to say RSO from here on out. RSO balance so that way they can make budgetary decisions. And this includes putting a code on their account so only he can see it. And as of me speaking of this, the student organization account is way below the last updated numbers, which is kind of like crazy because the RSO has not only been approved by Young to make purchases, requested purchases for calculators, school supplies, and other things, but a handful of occasions have there been an update. So I'm kind of thinking like, dude, again, this was a multi, I guess you'd say a multi-journalistic or multi-discussion event. And I'm thinking, there's no fucking way. Linda has to fucking know about this, right? So getting the information back and then, you know, we're gonna get in the inbox engagement as well. Is that I would have thought she would have taken the information and, oh, okay, cool. This is some fucked up shit. This is more than what, more than what. Do I remember Trump University? Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, the Trump University. I want to build a school, and I'm not going to teach you shit. We'll talk politics in a minute, because this is the Monday edition. WTF Nation Decides segment is not coming up yet. So I would think that Linda would have taken all this in consideration. Nah, she takes it to hearsay. Hearsay. And doesn't really take the complaints as credible. Up to like, I don't know, I'm hearing a rough swag between 9 to 12 students now have been swooping through this shit, making statements, and has more than likely have set out to punish the students rather than the issue. I didn't realize that, like I said, fucking Wyoming? Dang, dude. So, I mean, we could go on. However, but to me, and this is just my person, can I be drunk and teach people? Because when I do, I get called a danger. I don't know, man. Sometimes, I don't know. Well, we've drunk on a Tuesday with some of our podcasts we've done. We've done Buzzed. I did, There Will Be Bourbon. I did that. Woo, that was a spicy show. Buzzed. And I don't drink much. Who wants to steal a car in North Dakota? I said Wyoming. At any rate, so it's clear to me that, Casper College, the administrators don't give a fuck about the students. And I just hearing this and seeing this, it's almost like, well, it's a WTF moment. Like, there's no fucking way this would be happening. Soldiers, well, yeah, veterans, being physically assaulted, threatened physically, being denied benefits. Nah, there's got to be, isn't there like some sort of collegiate fucking IG or something like that? Ooh, that's a good one too. That's a good one too, Heather. I saw that. Hots and cots for veterans. Hots and cots, but raiding colleges with GI Bills with, dude, I think you're onto something. Yeah, it's a good idea. Anyways, so my thing is this. Hey, look, this is going to be continuous stuff under the rug, and I figure, fuck this. I'm gonna pull the trigger on this, and I'm just gonna blab about it because I just can't believe that the vice president would even go to the extent that I just cannot process in my mind that Young and Lori that the vice president would say, hey, these are the people that told you this shit. That's almost, damn. WTF Moments has a better sanctity fucking policy when it comes to our inbox than this college. And I'm willing to bet you this is probably why nobody wants to come forward. And the small colleges, the small universities, again, these are our veterans that have come out. Hey, again, I appreciate your service. Fucking love you, mean it. But I really say that the Army has sometimes screwed us. Well, no, I will say not sometimes, but the Army does. We really do have a poor transition program when it comes to that. Hey, this is how you talk to kids. This is how, because some individual like me, when I start back up to school, I'm going to be sitting there, sitting inside a classroom, my old ass, and, there's going to be somebody, and I'm going to have to hear all this shit. And I have to just take it. Because they're kids. They're literally just the children's. So again, this story I'm following. I'm following. Like I said, I almost feel like fucking calling Jose up. I was like, dude, you want to come back? Do you want to dude? Do you want to do some? You want to do some side work here? Because Jose, man, he was the one that would get in so much. You guys miss it. You guys remember his NTC stories, his JRTC stories. So yeah, I am just shocked that this would even be happening, and even more shocked that a veteran would be behind a lot of this. So to me, this is dicked up as fuck. So that's on Casper College. Casper College in Wyoming. The WTF Nation is keeping an eye on you. Just saying. Feel free to send us an email at contact@WTFNationRadio.com or hit the inbox at U.S. Army WTF Moments' Facebook page, and we'll engage you. But we're pretty sure that I'm gonna go for this time. Oh my God, I know when Jose exposed 95th CA, woo, man, he was So again, that school would trigger. Yeah, exactly that, Sergio. I'd be like sitting there. Could you imagine some nerdy ass professor? Hey man, you better shut up. Yeah, I'll withhold your benefits, bro. I'd be waiting out for. I'll wait outside the motherfucking parking lot for your ass. Exactly that, Sergio. Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Cody. So you were a student. I'm going to read from Cody here in the comments here. I was a veteran student at the Casper College. Philip Young is a jerk-off and wants to fight anyone that challenges his power. He would talk down to anyone anytime. He also likes to creep around to see if anything is being said about him or his higher-ups. Bruh. Well, guess what? He's just been, well, let's see. He's being talked about right now over 5 streaming platforms. X, YouTube, 2 YouTube pages, Facebook, and then shared, of course, on the main page. So they fit in the know. Imagine Mitch McConnell at McDonald's getting snatched up and thrown across the ringer. Oh, God, I'm wrong. You're just saying that, Baconator, because you know I like imitating Mitch McConnell. Yeah, I like to have drive a 10 pounds pocket meal, and I like to. Why you got to do that, Baconator? You know that's going to draw that voice out. Sounds like a Navy captain. Yeah, because we're speaking about housing. We're still in the VA now, okay? We're still in the VA. Just wanted to get that across to talk about Casper College. And again, hey, Cody, I'm sorry, dude. Fucking, you went through that shit. Fuck. Makes you want to just sign out some. I used to tell the troops back in the day. Hey, you want to sign out some combative equipment? And then the soldiers would be like, "Hey, First Sergeant Ramos likes to fight." God, do like to fight. Fighting is fun. I don't want to sound like Russell Crowe from South Park. Fighting around the world. You want to fight about it? No. I just think it's, as soldiers, we have to have that warrior. Getting slapped across the face. Hey, I've been slapped across the mug a couple times from some of my troops. Hey, it's fucking wakes you up. It wakes you up. So that I'm going to keep an eye on Casper College. It actually is. Fighting is therapeutic and actually exhausts you and get some shit off your chest. I've seen beefs settled by a couple of fisticuffs on the combatives mat, and then that's it. So with the VA again, somebody sent us in another thing about a survey about, okay, you guys know U.S. Army W.T.F Bombers and W.T.F Nation Radio are Second Amendment proponents. We advocate the Second Amendment, right to bear arms. There we go. Just that there's no if, ands, or buts. Shall not be infringed. I'm just gonna have to say it. It shall not be infringed. Don't like it, love you, mean it. If you don't care, then that's fine. You can unfollow or whatever. I tell dudes that I was fighting, and he fucking you get right back. Damn, Corey, we're talking. We ain't talking about that. This ain't a Diddy show. Oh, is this too soon? Too soon? At any rate, so I've had some good conversations with some veterans and some veteran advocates and some, there's been a lot of Second Amendment type of shit against veterans lately because we have, of course, the election's coming up, obviously, and them veteran groups out there, they like to have some, they want to tug your heartstrings. They want to tug them heartstrings and say, oh, do it for the vets, and then, they will, fucking campaign in uniform or their former uniform and all that stuff. But once it comes to a hot button issue, then of course, that's when it, that comes out, and they get other members of their cabinets and constituencies and states and all that, blah, 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 blah. So this email was sent to a female veteran, a woman veteran, and I'm just going to let you guys look at this because this woman, good friend of mine, and keeps me up on all women veteran issues. And it's from Amanda Herring. Today we're naming names. This show is naming names, son. Wait till you see the campaigning in uniform shit. So basically, as we're reaching out to help VA Quality Improvement Project is seeking to decrease women's veterans' firearm suicide risk. Okay. Despite the suicide prevention being a VA priority, women veterans are nearly twice as likely to die by suicide than non-veteran women. From 2020 to 2021, the suicide rate increased 24%, which, again, I didn't know this when we were talking about this, which is over the triple the increase of male veterans, 7%. So the VA Office of Rural Health funded this important project as rural women are a high-risk population for suicide and most likely to own firearms. Now look, every veteran that I know owns firearms. I don't know too many veterans that don't own firearms. Fuck, I'm trying to think of veterans that I know that don't own firearms. No, I can't think of any right now. I can't recall any veterans that I know, as a matter of fact. At any rate, And do we have discussions about our firearms use in arms control, gun control, sensible gun control? Do we have conversations like that? Of course, but we don't sit there and lose friendships and get all butthurt and say, you're a MAGA or you say you're a libtard or whatever. We don't say that shit. I just say whatever. So this survey came out. Are a woman? You're eligible to participate if you are a woman veteran and own and have ready access to a firearm. So this woman veteran that I know, she does have an access to firearm. Now you can see her reaction when she sent me the freaking screenshot. You can see her sentiment about it. I got right firearm and left firearm, and wait, back. I don't have that many arms. Yeah. Women. Red Forest says that women are far less likely to use a firearm than men, so firearm ownership really doesn't have anything to do with it. I think I don't know what they're trying to do. If they're trying to gain some, here's what I'm thinking. They're gaining some demographics to see who owns and whatever, and then that's it. I mean, that's who I'm guessing. I don't know. I always get sus when the VA asks for these types of surveys, and I'm wondering when they're going to ask for different ethnicities. They like to call me Latinx, so I'm wondering if do I get to have the how many Latinxes, blacks, Asians, whites? Because again, that's why these surveys are always funny when it comes to demographics for ethnicities, for voting, or for whatever demographic they want to use for their advantage. Then of course there's a divide. But then when it comes to crime statistics, and someone likes to say that there's the majority of white people are in jail, and then you see the white people and they're Latinos, and so to me it's kind of like, stop, just that whole fucking. That whole bullshit right there just gets me fucking goated. So, but that's just me. So I'm just saying. But again, I feel that I mean, it's kind of like none of your business. Yeah, granted, I'm not saying that it's easier to commit. Is it easier to commit? Because most people don't like discussing the topic of suicide without getting upset or getting taking any comments or discussion personal. I have my feelings about it. Everyone has their personal opinions about it or how they were raised or whatever. And I just don't think that if someone wants to end their life, they're going to end their life. Whether it be a gun, whether it be by jumping off a bridge, or I don't even want to say this because I know Facebook's been zucking us lately. So if all of a sudden we get shut off of Facebook, hey, go to Twitter or YouTube. But they'll either hang themselves or they'll overdose or something like that. But if somebody wants to end their life, they will do it. It sucks to fucking say that shit, but still. Now, I do think that veterans have a little bit different method of dealing with some emotions, like that school, for instance, like Casper College. Now, I would not be surprised if some veterans that were probably going through the system with behavioral health and then we're trying to work with behavioral health for the VA, and then something like this, like going to school, this Casper College, like Sergio said, Sergio would be like, just like, I'm right there with Sergio. I would be, nah. Something would make me, like you said, fuck around and find out type shit, like Sergio said. It would make me, to me, snap, especially if it's a VA, if it's another veteran. So when it comes to something like this, I can imagine the pressure, the additional pressure of students that are veterans that might be going through some behavioral health issues. I shouldn't say issues, might be going through some treatment or whatever. Or you can say behavioral health issues. I don't like to say fucking issues because they're just some things that need to be treated. And if you need to be treated, then you need to go out and get help. I'd rather have you do that than you mull around and say, I need help, but you don't get fucking help. And then you say, whatever. I think I had a pretty controversial show way back because everyone was defending a guy for pointing a weapon at a cop. They were like, well, he was having PTSD issues. I'm like, well, then, fucking, dude, once you point a weapon as a cop, that whole vet card just kind of, I don't feel sorry for you at that point. You point a gun at a cop because you're having an episode, that's not going to look good. I really wish sometimes individuals would reach out and say, hey, I need some fucking help, dude. Hey, you've been divorced a few times. How do you do it? I would offer some advice. I would offer a way through, or somebody growing with growing up with with sons or daughters and having issues like that. How do I handle that? Or I didn't get paid this. How do I go through with this? The Army didn't set me with any program. Okay, then how do we do this? I'm just saying. I think personally that the way we handle veterans PTSD and behavioral health, it's getting better, but it still needs a lot of work. So there we go. So, all right. So this next topic, I don't even want, look, okay, I don't even know if I want to do, I don't even know if I want to make this I'll make this right quick because I want to talk about the other shit. Because the next thing I'm going to talk about a command and all that, I think we'll just go ahead and go into the politics side of it. How about it? Yeah, exactly. How about a game of tic-tac-toe? Exactly. So, W.T.F Nation decides. We're here to talk about both sides of the aisle, left, right, whacked out bullshit, Magatron, and blue-haired liberals. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to continue to repeat this. Take it for what you will, and it doesn't matter what you think, that we have policies within the DOD, within the U.S. Army, of course, and each individual branch services, that you cannot do certain things in uniform at all. Don't get me wrong. There might be something that I might support of you. There might be something that I might support. When you're caught in an environment, at a rally, at a protest, and you're in uniform, or you are in uniform and you present the image that the U.S. Army or the DOD is advocating this, then I don't know what to tell you. Because then the Army will jump through their ass and try to say, oh, well, this is fun. And I guess, I don't know. Lately, I've been seeing a lot where some individuals that post their shit, they post their shit and they'll say something and everybody outrages on that individual. But when another individual comes in and says something, then there you go. Then all of a sudden it's not a big deal. Oh, come on. It's like that fucking spur ride thing that we posted. Every time we post some shit, oh man, fuck that soldier. The Army's getting woke. Army's getting woke. Army's getting woke. But then the next thing you know, you see a guy that's walking around after a spur ride and didn't put his, come on, bro. It's just a spur ride. I digress. This is what you shouldn't do in uniform, okay? If you're attending a rally, a campaign rally, whether it be Trump, whether it be Harris, don't do it in fucking uniform. Now, from what I'm being told, this picture has circulated around a lot. Now, look, love who you want to love, vote who you want to. I mean, look at it right there, standing next to a drag queen looking fabulous. But what do you see in the back? What do you see behind him? That's raising a bunch of alarm bells for me. What do you see behind him? He's got that Harris waltz right there. Right there. That really is my only issue with that fucking picture in fucking uniform. What's even crazier is when individuals are like now not involved in specific professional military development groups. Because I didn't want to be in this fucking Facebook group that everyone was saying, hey, you need to be in here. But it's a warrant officer Facebook group. And I was like, no, I don't want to be part of it. Just show me what the fucking picture is and what it is. And this right here is what got everybody, not him taking a picture with the drag queen. It's the fact that it presents an image that the U.S. Army and the DOD are supporting Harrison Waltz. That's the issue that everybody's seeing. That's my issue right there. Like I said, out of uniform, I don't give a fuck. Go do what you want, hang out, whatever. Go to your 10-year rally. There are DOD instructions that are I mean, every Army, I mean, every service has it. The Army just came out with what not to do for political activities. In uniform, out of uniform. You can do this. You can't do that. But wearing this shit? Nah, dude. Nah. I don't like it at all. Because it presents an image that, the Army is supporting either party. Again, I could I could care less about him standing next to a drag queen looking fabulous. That's all them. Whatever. I'm not saying there's been pictures out with me hanging out with with drag queens looking fabulous myself, but I'm just saying, if you don't want to put yourself in that position to where you appear to be endorsing in uniform, then nah, don't do it. I suggest you don't do it, because then it'll get posted, and then the media will run with it and go nuts about it and all sorts of stuff. There's a video that's currently circulating, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. We're trying to find out, but we'll catch up to that later. There's a video, there's a video posted by Vivek Ramaswamy, and it is a father who stands up and says that there were some issues with his son getting his family back to the States, and might have to incur additional time to do so. Now, again, we're still waiting on details on that. We're still waiting on information on, we don't want to embarrass nobody. We have leadership standing by to see what we could do to help out this troop. So that's because I see you guys asking, hey, what about that guy that was on that video? Yeah. So once we find out what's going on, we'll give you guys the deets, and we'll give you guys the details of what's happening with that. So there you go. Now, dude, let's go on the fucking, so we're talking, let's, you guys, okay, one side, pick a side, who do you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it. So, I'll talk about the Republican side for right now, and then I'll jump on the Democratic side. Because, people think that I'm oh, you're too biased, whatever. So, the Democratic mayor in a Muslim-run city has endorsed former President Trump, giving him a boost in the keys. Now, I thought it was a fucking meme. I literally thought it was in no fucking way. So, Amir Ghalib, the mayor of Hamtramck, Michigan, threw his support behind Donald Trump in the bid for the King's Bay is going to be immediately after the break. That's why I'm talking about this other stuff right quick. Hang on, Sergio. Hang on. We got you, man. We got you. So he said that he, the Republican candidate, is a man of principles and the right choice in this critical time, despite their disagreements on key political issues. So, I mean, the way I see it, hey, stranger things have happened. This is a very interesting development. I did not expect it. And if anything else, that it was one of those darn. Darn. So let me pull up some other stuff. So that was one development in on President Trump's or former President Trump's campaign. So let's talk about the other side on the Harris. If anything, I'd use my phone as a weapon. So let's go on to the. I want to get on the Harris campaign side, because we got to refresh some stories right quick. Okay, so this sort of kind of pop culture news stuff like that. There's some kind of pop culture. I guess Janet Jackson said some stuff, saying that she made some recent remarks against Vice President Kamala Harris during an interview with The Guardian, saying that Jackson says she casts doubt on her biracial identity, which we fucking already know. She's black and Indian. There you go. And so, asked about the prospect of having its first black president, she said that she alleged that Harris is not black, which is like, holy fuck. What? Everybody knows that she's black and Indian. So, of course, Janet Jackson's comments led quickly to some backlash online. Whoopi Goldberg stepped in and said that she's kind of like offering a mea culpa for her, and saying that sometimes people get it wrong and they're wrong. They made a mistake and they're wrong, and it happens. And she said that Jackson is not a political animal, which honestly I haven't heard from Janet Jackson in a while. So Whoopi Goldberg is also quoted to say that anybody who says that doesn't happen to every one of us, multiracial or not, we all do it. So, okay, a little grace for the girl, a little grace for the girl. I, being a biracial guy myself, I feel you. So, other pundits and news people said that just spreading misinformation and yada, yada, yada. So, there you go. To even add more fuel to the fire to this, Janet Jackson's, I guess her representation said that those fucking comments were not authorized. I didn't apologize. So again, I know it's pop culture. I know lately icons like to weigh in on politics because it kind of gets me a little bit. How do I say this? I just like to. I just like to. What if Janet wasn't Janet? What Whoopi would have said? Yeah. What if Janet, Miss Jackson? If you're lucky, is that what you're saying? I sometimes when I see one of my Hollywood, like people that I look up to in Hollywood, and I see, oh man, fucking this is cool, man. I see like, oh yeah, I meet celebrities or something like that, and then they say some stuff that I don't agree with politically, or they step into politics if I do agree with them. And it's like, man, I just. Ooh, there you go, Mike. There you go. There you go. I'm American. That's same here. American. I just kind of feel like, I just wish you wouldn't get into politics. I like those movies. I mean, it was pretty cool. But again, they get to be human as everybody else. So currently right now, the Harris campaign has said, hey, you want to do another debate? Trump. And then I don't know if Trump's responded with anything yet, or said he should, or said he shouldn't. I guess the last thing I saw was he's not going to, because there's so many people speaking for him since we're going to fucking, since we have people speaking for each other. And so there. JD Vance is being mocked right now for a photo op. He blames Harris for eggs costing $4. However, the image shows him standing in front of eggs that are $2.99. I think that shit's fucking funny, and I'll pull up the like, oh, Matt Damon. So let's talk about eggs being $2.90. It's not $4, and there he is right there. There he is right there. So now he's talking about eggs. So JD Vance caught lying about egg prices with the real price tag behind him. So there he is. Eggs are expensive. $4. I think he might have mistaken and looked at one of them for a dozen eggs and looked at for the 24. I think that's what he was doing. I think he got confused. That's just me. So again, another thing I'm looking forward to, and this is just me. I am fucking looking forward to the freaking the debate between those two. If you only knew that the National AG is a Republican, yeah. I want to see Walz and Vance go back and forth. See those two go back and forth with each other. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. Both high energy, both veterans. They're both going to be going back and forth. It looks a little green screen, a little. Yeah, I mean, that was just a picture that was from there, but everybody. So, a lot of I'm seeing a lot of this person supports Kamala Harris. This person supports Trump. This person, dude. I'm just saying it's bad. Yeah, exactly that, Heath. The 18-pack was probably $4. That's what I was thinking too. But again, presidential endorsements get shady because then it could hurt somebody's bottom dollar if they lose. So we're going to take a break because we're going to talk about Kings Bay. The story that I was waiting for. It's going to take 30 fucking minutes to talk about instead of the 15 that I was going to discuss. So Casper College, not parading around in uniform. What else? So yeah, I think that covers it now because this sub base. Holy shit! I damn. So we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna talk about this topic. Hang on, let me go ahead and let me remove the grab. There you go. So now we're gonna talk about the sub bass. Holy shit, a little testy here, a little spicy. So with that, y'all take a break, smoke them if you got them. I'm gonna refill my glass and my coffee, and then Lordy, we got some good spice here coming up. So shots.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit like constantly.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
All you Trekkies and TV addicts, don't mean to diss, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Pulling doors off inches, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers.
With the evil you never seen before. Gliding in the glaze like gold in the fucking face. Like a racing with the bass, so not goofy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hip-hop making it nice with practice me running that you know.
We'll drive our ships to new land. Fight the home, sing and cry. Valhalla, I am coming.
We main call no belong cause my farm ain't fast, so what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Don't believe when they say I'm no better than you, except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock.
Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out.
Say that was the condition. I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like Einstein or rap the Duke of Rock. Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci. Some of my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician of the bank cashier. Engineer. I wear cotton and I don't wear your. Always sweet with matching up.
She say I'm an abracadabra. In the whip, I'm going to cruise past ya. Yo, money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Brains blazing, yeah, I'm phasing. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just think shit. Check it out. What's it all about? We're working out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out, let's turn this party out.
Now I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say Ad Rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. MTA grab the mic before the mic goes stale.
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The last half of the Monday edition. Save the best for last, I guess. So, you guys refreshed your glasses, hold it, whatever now, because I'm gonna be name dropping and shit talking again. So, some advice to some leaders out there. When you post something on social media and the WTF Nation gets tagged, and we take particular interest in that tag when almost like the Jose sign, right? Be careful, everything's out there. Just everything's out there. Also, there was a recent court ruling that social media pages cannot take down, block, or whatever, or delete comments. And we're not talking about the comments that are done by Facebook automatically with their terms of service. But WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments operate the same way. If it doesn't violate, the way I see it, fucking, it just stays up. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when people reveal themselves in comments like that, it's just shining a light on all the shit. You think that's bad? Well, you should see the shit that we get in the inbox for making a post, death threats and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's funny when that. I shouldn't say funny, but the irony of it is when that happens. So let's move on to this. Okay, so Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay. For you guys don't know where that's at, that's in Georgia. Kings Bay, Georgia. Yeah, very good point there, Heather. Edit history lasts forever. We got a screenshot or a link of a post that a captain had posted. Now, an Army captain and a Navy captain are different. A Navy captain would be considered like the same as an Army colonel, an 06. So I'm just getting right there. So when I'm saying this, it's not some little nerdy ass captain that, I'm going to post my map. No, this is a colonel. This is a person who has some tenure in the Navy. So it is an 06. So the equivalent of an Army colonel. Now look, we work with several groups when it comes to the military housing drama. Well, one of them is named the Military Housing Coalition. And we work with Heather, and we also work with Hots and Cots. And a lot of this is a collaborative effort. I mean, we're both, I'm arguing with Heather about one thing, I'm arguing with Rob about another. Okay, we would argue. But we have heated conversations about what we all want the mission to go forward, but there's also processes that we have to have. Goes back to the thing I said about in the inbox. When something comes in the inbox and you're asking us for help and we're asking you 30 fucking questions, there's a reason why we're asking you 30 fucking questions. And that is because if you go and discuss something with somebody, I will go and say, hey, did you talk to so-and-so? Or did you talk with this? What's the deal with this? And then of course, not revealing, of course we have our inbox amnesty. You're not going to know who I spoke to, but we'll just discuss a specific case. So, working with Military Housing Coalition for a long time, and Rob from Hots and Cots. Again, it's one of those things to where we all want to make sure that we get our ducks in a row. So if you come in the inbox and ask us for any assistance on anything, to include housing, fucking don't Don't get mad when we ask, or don't get pissed off when we say, okay, what about this? What about that? What about that? Don't get lippy with us, because then it'll be, and it's not lippy. I mean, we're not being smart with you. We just want to make sure that because we've done this for a while, we want to make sure all the I's dotted, T's crossed, ducks in a row, hippos in a zoo, whatever you want to call it, are done. Now, there is a situation, and the reason why I say this, and I'm going to bring you guys back to the post that was done by Task and Purpose, because the Air Force got the ass. Let's set up an Onion page. Yeah, that's where you got the, that's what the Duffel blog is for. The Air Force got dragged, and the Air Force got dragged pretty good for that. It's not just the Air Force, but there you are legally required to leave your comments open unless it violates the terms of service. If it violates the terms of service on Facebook, then that's it. Then that's when it goes. But you can't delete. Understand, PAOs, you can't delete comments or ban users from social media sites solely on opinions. Per the terms of the settlement that of a retired pilot who filed a federal lawsuit after his comment criticizing the service was removed from the Air Force senior leader Facebook page, of course, and then adding to the media, I would say not the media hype or the media, you can't do it. So, as a matter of fact, let me just grab this. So you guys that are blocked on pages, you could use burners, however you want to do this. You can go ahead and post this. But here you go. I'm going to post that in the comics for y'all to look at. And again, this, you can't do it. You cannot eat that. That's why we kind of like, I don't know if y'all noticed, we kind of like keep our moderating the same way as the way the DOD requires. Ain't gonna fucking like it. Tough shit. And then there you go. So there's the article from Task and Purpose. The Air Force is legally obligated to let people shitpost on its social media. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this and setting you guys up, I had to give you guys the setup for the story here, is that this naval base, the submarine base, has done that to audiences on their social media pages, which is a fucking no-go. You can't fucking do it. Ooh, Sergio's pissed. Man, like that fire, Sergio. You're, So they couldn't even block us. And we were telling other individuals, other PAOs, even reached out to some Navy peeps and, hey, tell your counterparts at Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay that they can't block anybody. They can't delete comments unless it violates the terms of service. You can't even say, unless someone says, oh, well, if it's got racist terms and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't fucking matter. People fucking, it sucks. So let me bring you to the page. So here it is. Looks like a normal unit page, right? Nope. Okay. Well, little information here. Don't forget about Tropical Cyclone 9. There's some weather updates. Okay, cool. I use all the squibs like to fucking, all the dolphins, I guess you'd say. They're already doing their things, getting volunteers out. Okay, cool. There, all right. Let me scroll down to the post that got everybody, what? And I'll say it again. What the fuck? Kind of like the name of our name, right? So, this is from, again, this is from the desk of Captain Boner, Chris Boner. Now, I'm going to say this right now. First off, put your name on it. Okay, cool. Usually through entities is where you like to work with. That's where you like to work. You like to work, use entities. So I'm going to give you some PAO guidance here. Some comms advice. I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and not invoice you. This is a freebie. When you're doing comms and you put your name on something, if you have an organizational page, use that for organizational shit. When you start doing pinpoint stuff, as you yourself, then you assume the identity. Just a little comms advice there. Now, it looks like a normal comment here that anybody commander would post, but witness too many examples of bad advice circulating on social media from self-appointed housing advocates. Okay. Military significant other Facebook group information. Let me be clear. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. Now, that was just an edit of an edit of an edit. That edit, you see that right there? Comms people. There is what's called a view edit history. When you click on that, let me grab this better. That way you guys can see it. There are other edits that you see on here. So you have to be careful once you start posting something and you start editing, because people will look at edits. You know, we post stuff too that we'll misspell something or leave a word out, or autocorrect will jack something up when we post something on U.S. Army WTF Moments. Of course, this is free comms advice. Free. There'll be no invoice on this one. This is a freebie. Don't worry, you don't have to carry water jugs or do some sort of fucking CrossFit exercise. I'm just going to show you how comms works, specifically when it comes to social media, especially on Facebook. Now, I just showed you guys the article. You guys have it in the comments of what you can and cannot do, comments and all this stuff. So, first one here. Oh, okay, looks like I witnessed too many examples. Blah, 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 blah. All right, okay, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. Boomer behavior. Ooh, boomer behavior. Oh, get it? Subs, got it. Gotcha. Boomer behavior. How about that? Boomer. Because that's what boomers do. Not the nuclear war, SSBNs, pew pew. I'm talking about the, boomers, like old people, but who just happens to be a boomer, right? Exactly. So, my apologies. I don't know anything about the Navy, except for some family members that are squibs and squibs. So, yes, I do have family members that are squibs. So, anyways. But this one right here, from the desk of Captain Chris Boner. Enough with the misinformation! Woo! Eyewitness. Let's see. Now, when you see this, you read this like Grandpa Simpson. You could read this like freaking, like Emperor Palpatine. I mean, because just think about the thought, because, Navy people are pretty reserved. I know some Navy people that are pretty chill, especially the commanders. I've witnessed too many examples of bad advice circulating on social media from self-appointed housing advocates and experts. That's the way I see it. If you're not following the correct steps. Now, look, dude, specifically going through a problem, can't solve a problem, don't know, request repairs, Navy, blah, 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 blah. Now, of course, here's the thing that hit me like big time. Right here. Balfour Betty Kings Bay Homes. I'm going to tell you what, the biggest fight that we've posted, that we've sent to Congress, yes, the WTF Nation and Heather, at the Housing Military Coalition. Military Housing Coalition and Hots and Cots. We've all sent documents and reports, and we've all sent it up. Self-appointed. What's a self-appointed advocate? Isn't that an advocate anyways? An advocate is self-appointed, or else you wouldn't be an advocate. You'd be an advocate. And what experiences do you have to make you an advocate? Right? What would be making you an advocate of excellence? So have a problem, goes to the blah 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 blah. Still no projects. Contact me. Have your military number. Blah 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 blah. No whatever. Now have it resolved. All right. Okay. Now that comment in itself got way more reactions than the other one, and of course inbox traffic for myself. I slept in a Holiday Inn Express, exactly. So I jumped in there myself. I mean, sometimes you just got to get in the weeds. You can't. What was it the Joker said on Batman? You can't make an omelet without breaking some legs. Breaking some legs. Breaking some eggs. Boy, I'm really fumbling it today. Too much coffee. So even I put myself. Hey, we have a collaborative app that we use to track this stuff now. It gives immediate feedback to those that use the app. Also, just like us, all entries are anonymous. Military Housing Coalition and our page work with Hots and Cots to get all the issues onto one app for all services. You should check it out. Dash love Ken me. I'm just Ken. There you go. I just posted it. And then Hots and Cots. Hey, thank you for the plug. Make sure you go ahead and download on U.S. Army WT from the U.S. Army WTF Moments or the Hots and Cots app. Facebook page, you could get it yourself. So I thought this was kind of fucking done and over with. People kind of got, I see all the hearts emojis and stuff like that. And okay, everyone's acknowledged, blah, 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 blah. Well, right before the fucking show started, I got something in my inbox that kind of made me go, Well, I mean, it's kind of like the name of the name, right? WTF, like what the fuck? And when I got it, I was like, no fucking way. I said, I want to see the full picture. I want to see the fucking memo. And I want to see who the fuck did this. There's no fucking way this happened. There is no way this happened. So a family member got a cease and desist from the CEO via his XO. So the family member, and I quote, I'd like to clear up a few things that this letter is accusing me of. One, I've never stated that I work for or affiliated with Navy Housing Office or Balfour Beatty. I have purposely told every family member that I've come in contact that I'm not associated or work for either Balfour Beatty or the Navy Housing Office. I'm not falsely representing myself in any way. Two, there is absolutely no law, state or federal, that says military families are only allowed to speak with the Navy Housing Office when it comes to housing issues. This is completely against your rights to state otherwise. You are allowed to freely contact anyone you choose, including a private volunteer or legal counsel if you so choose. Number three, I also want to point out that this letter was dated at the upper right, at the hand corner. Oh, upper right hand corner. Sorry, the sentence got cut off. For reference, a day prior to the base CO posting that I commented on the official page. The cease and desist letter is reprisal for speaking up to myself, someone who was falsely accused of things that I have not done or other advocates have done. This is also the reason why families are afraid to voice their concerns. So, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. No way did a commander, anybody, put on paper to some family member a cease and desist. There's no way. I wanted to see. I had to see this for myself. I mean, even my beat up brain was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Sure shit. There it is. Cease and desist. Unauthorized housing advocacy. Dude, it's really fucking there. It is really fucking there. Now, of course, U.S. Army W.T.F almost has a policy of hiding faces and hiding names and all that. I think we're going to start relooking some of this shit. I mean, relook. I'm not saying we're going to just do it right now. So it's come to our attention that we've been offering counseling and advocacy services to military housing residents while representing yourself as a Navy housing advocate. Please be advised that the activity is unauthorized and misleading as it suggests an official affiliation with Navy Housing Office that does not exist. We request that you immediately cease and desist, tell a family member this, any counseling or advocacy services in a military housing residence under the guise of being a Navy housing advocate. Now, what I've seen on the comments of that post, I've not seen shit. I've not seen anything at all. Misrepresentation of this nature can cause confrontation, confusion amongst residents, potentially a fear with official housing operations, and mislead individuals seeking support. I can't even imagine telling it. Where's my man Sergio at? You need to unblock him, by the way, Kings Bay. Where's my man Sergio? Could you imagine, Sergio, me and you getting fucking told that as civilians? Or, I'm sorry, your spouse or something like that? Me being out? I mean, I got death threats as a civilian, so. So, now, they do through the, we appreciate the intention of to assist military personnel and their families only if unauthorized personnel from Navy Housing Office are permitted to provide official housing of advocacy. I did not know there was a Navy advocacy thingy for a Navy advocacy thing. If your organization is interested in providing support with the appropriate position guidelines, then please contact our office to discuss potential collaboration in manner which is aligned with the Navy housing policies and procedures. Oh, they can't control you. There you go. So you out, right? Jessica, Sergio. Hey, we all need to drive down. I need to drive down to Kings Bay. I heard Savannah's pretty good this time of year. So, what's up, Cobra Law? How you doing, Cobra? Long time no see. What you been up to? So now here's the thing that got me to really got me to go, this bottom one right here. I'm going to pull it up. So they blocked Jessica Alden because you were also advocating to there you go. Without power. And this is another thing. Look right here. Failure to comply with the cease and desist. I'm just fucking. May result in further action, including not limited to legal measures to protect the interest and integrity of Navy housing. The fuck you gonna do? Sue? Is the Navy gonna sue? Or if the conditions were served. Thank you for your immediate attention in this matter. Please confirm receipt of this notice and your intention to comply. There's his number right there. Point of contact is LT, who was an Army captain. And there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and post. There you go. You can see it right there. The point of contact. There's a phone number, and there's an Addy right there. So you got bail money. That's right, man. Don't fuck. Sergio, are you from the West Coast, man? Because that's like a bucket list thing. Once you get out of the military. Going traveling, like for me, it's like India, Australia, prison, jail. You should fear a motherfucker who isn't afraid of jail. Oh, hi, Lisa. Welcome to WTF Nation Radio. I appreciate you hanging out. I apologize for this happening. This sucks. Oh, wow, no shit. Hey, I'm from the West too, man. Hey, orale. That's what I'm talking about. Are we gonna get in a gang fight now? Because I mean, we're out, we're cool. Do we represent? Are we supposed to? Am I gonna like Vatos Locos, 12th Street Locos, or something like that? Jail's a vacation with sandwiches, exactly that. Who hasn't? Dude, come on, that's like afraid. Are you afraid of the pinta? Nah, I don't think so. Hey, real quick, let me just go back to the to Alicia. I apologize. This is happening. I've never seen this before in my military career or any advocacy career. I've not. Yeah, this. The next NCIS episode. Exactly. Oh man, Jethro's gonna come after me and you, Sergio, for fucking for doing some shit. I can't believe this. I apologize, at least if this is happening to you. I've never seen this before in my life, seen at all. Anybody throwing some sort of any letter. She says that this was the first time I received a letter, but hey, he threatened me last year with it, so it's not surprising at this point. Bro, I apologize. And again, everybody, I'm gonna tell you what, PAOs, don't fucking block people. Don't block. You know, we block scammers on obviously scammers and stuff like that. That's obvious. It'd be, something like that. But someone who's saying, hey, this is messed up, I have never seen this. Never seen. I mean, if the Navy wants to go after civilians and spouses, okay. I mean, and by the way, this is CUI. Fucking okay. Why do they make the CUI? Jethro's never going to finish the boat when me and Sergio go run up, you know what I'm saying? Because if he's from Califas, anda pues, we run deep, son. Fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe this. Be still my cup of coffee. But again, I don't think it's sanctioned either. I think JAG needs to hit this up. Like real JAG needs to fucking hit this up and say, hey, I can't believe you do this. Most individuals are usually, oh shit, yeah, there you go. There you go. He declined. I was about ready to ask. He declined meeting with me twice, yet the letter says he wants to talk. Pick a side, sir. Yeah, the advocacy stuff right here is, look, WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio, Military Housing Coalition. Hey, that advocacy stuff, I think to me is people get pissed off because we're just shedding light to shit that needs to be fucked. And yeah, fuck Jethro's boat. We'll sing it exactly. So, again, I have never seen this before. Now the thing that I want to bring up is that these are not bullshit complaints. These are not complaints that are coming across with, whining or something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Usually when it comes to housing, we've covered the gamut pretty good. That when I see a complaint or someone says, hey, somebody didn't post this or somebody didn't post that. How come I didn't see this? I normally will say like, hey, I want to see some pictures. And of course we provide, there's the pics. This is the condition of some of the housing. Look at that. HVAC. Ugh. That one. That one. Exactly that. Exactly that, Will. You got kids living in there. So there you go. That's the condition of the house. I'm just gonna say right now that you know, who wants to go light a certain couch on fire in North Dakota? What's in North Dakota? What's in North Dakota? It's Wyoming, dude. I know all the plains, prairie stuff all looks the same. You're talking about Casper College. So there you go with the housing stuff. I've never been on the Navy. I've never seen the Navy side of it. We've only heard about it. And from what Heather tells me, you know, a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, right before we're on the show, right before the show started, I told Heather, you know, fuck this. You don't need to fucking call in. You need to be a guest so we can shoot the shit and discuss it. 4 ceiling collapses in the last 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe have like a fucking housing summit. We need to all get together and you know, put some notes together and put some brain power behind this stuff again, and get with Rob with Hots and Cots. So I just kind of like thinking, just kind of like, nah, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Again, I can't believe letter was like, no, it's almost a lot of things that happens when we go, a lot of that we see happening is when a leader will do something and there is people on the way that just let it go by. Like, can you tell a civilian to stop? Can you tell a civilian not to do that? Can you tell a civilian? And it looks like to me, it's like any normal advocacy that would be happening. It's now the Navy or actually the military in itself would be considered a damn threat, almost like a threat to their authority. So there you go. So I think I dropped a lot of names today. Casper College, the CW3, you know, in front of a campaign sign. Wyoming, Casper College, Wyoming, yes. And then the sub base. So again, we posted it. Whatever. I'm surprised we didn't get deleted or banned. Let me see that. Yeah, the comment's still up there. Let's see if we're gonna get banned again. See, no. But they got an app. So yeah, it looks like nothing's happening. Let me change the channel to see if we're banned from there. That was my individual account that you guys were looking at. Let me see if the let me see, Kings Bay. Did they block us too? Oh no, they didn't. Okay. All right, they didn't block us. Okay, yeah, they didn't block us. All right, so man, that's that. Again, be on the lookout. You'll see the Military Housing Coalition, Heather from Military Housing Coalition. We might have Rob come back from Hots and Cots to do an update to see what's going on. If you are banned, just go ahead and drop the comments in there saying, yes, I've been banned. And then Sergio will hook it up to get us information. And also, again, use that link so that way you guys know that you can't ban somebody from social media sites as a government entity. I'm just tripping. I'm just tripping out that you got to cease and desist. What the fuck you got to make the family member do push-ups or some shit? Wait, do you UCMJ at a family member? What further actions could you do to a civilian aside maybe what? You're going to ban them from post? So, anyways, let's do some housekeeping right quick. I know, I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. Let's see what we got here for housekeeping. All that water sitting in the sun killed them off. Huh? The smoke bomb hill barracks that were torn down. One guy wrote a form to say, let's understand. Yeah, don't give them ideas. Exactly, Rebecca. You ain't lying. Now I'm about to say they can't do that. So they legally cannot do it. So I was kind of just curious about that stuff, what they're gonna do about it. But Anyhow, so you are watching the Monday edition with myself. Normally I have Massey here, but I told him, hey, take a break. Oh, and you're also a veteran too, Alicia? Damn, man. Some of these veterans fucking over veterans. Damn. This Monday edition. Myself and Massey are normally running it right now. But like I said, Massey was going to be a little late. So I said, just hang out and chill. And there you go. So it's normally me and Massey. And then, of course, Tuesday, Pop Culture Warrior with Michael Carrasquillo, also known as the Pop Culture Warrior. And then we have, he's got like two angry dudes. He's got Mad Mike and Angry Elf. Those are his two co-hosts. And, of course, all your pop culture / veteran discussion / you name it. CQ and the Pop Culture Warriors have it down. Wednesdays, right now, we still have the Smoke Pit on hiatus for a little bit until Radar and TZ handle business. And once they get back, of course, it'll be always a rocking show from the squad leader Smoke Pit perspective. Because, sometimes old people like me and Spanky on Sergeant's time kind of like have a little different level of way of thinking when it comes to what the youngs are thinking about. And that's Thursday on Sergeant's Time with myself and, of course, Spanky. Every other Friday is FTX, which is tabletop games and all that. And there we go. And then, of course, Saturday co-ops. Every Saturday with Nemo. Sunday, it's the Sports Bar with the actual King Smith. And what do you hear? What do you say? The coach. And it's fall. We got some stuff going on later on this year back at Fort Liberty that we're going to be involved in. And look forward to some sports stuff, some sports thingies. So looking forward to see. How do I say this? We're going to be doing some sports things down at Fort Liberty. I just want to make sure we're coordinated in the right stuff before I start blabbing about what it is. But it's with the local Fayetteville teams that are down there. And we might end up hanging out. I mean, we might have the sports bar hang out down there and do some stuff for veterans for great causes. And then, of course, back to a Montag or Monday for the Monday edition. What are the status of the stories from what the status from the behavior? Oh man, oof. Ooh, lordy. Ooh, well. Oh, hey, no problem, Sergio. Always welcome to see you in the chats. Everybody, thank you, of course, from the Kings Bay sub base and those that have been banned, blocked. Woo. So, we still have some stuff. We have stories that are interconnecting with other stories before we break it out. We still have the Womack stories to reveal, and then we have the Fort Liberty Arsoff. I was thinking about calling the series like, I don't know, Stained Beret or Stained Green Beret or Broken Tabs or whatever, because the story that's coming out of there is kind of fucking amazing that it's even fucking happening. Just one of those things to where fucking just fucking frustrating. It's just frustrating when you see when people get thrown the word ethics, people get thrown the word integrity and all that, and then unless it happens to one of your bros, then all of a sudden, So we got that. Like I said, we got the two stories from Womack that are still kind of developing. So it just Fort Liberty, man. Whew. Again, Jose used to take up all these investigative stories. So I don't know. I might give him a buzz and say, hey, dude, what you doing? And see what's up. You might see the sombrero. I know people got pissed off and say that we were offensive for using Mexican regalia to represent Jose Tamale. Sometimes I think people need to get a fucking grip. So anyhow, make sure you share, like, and follow. Right now, again, currently we're restricted from doing a live broadcast on U.S. Army W.T.F. Moments' main page on Facebook, but we're broadcasting, streaming, and will be shared onto that on the W.T.F. Nation Radio Facebook page. We're also streaming on two Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and X at WTF Nation Radio. I think the patronage goes up and down. So sometimes X is kicking, sometimes Facebook is kicking, sometimes YouTubes are kicking. So it goes back and forth. We need a new Jose. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, the way the page is going, I'm surprised the page hasn't been nuked. We've been posting a lot of shit lately that's been getting the page restricted. a couple of warning strikes. You're going to lose the page if you continue this. I know some leaders would be like, oh, yeah, WTF Moments is finally going to go away. Nah, it won't go away. It's just going to have a new page because we have other platforms to broadcast or stream from. So it's not just going to end there. But yeah, so it's just, if the, what was that we used to say when we used to say Hail Hydra because people got all mad because we were like, oh, the fucking saying imitating Nazis. Oh, see, you're imitating Nazis. Cut off one head. What does the Red Skull say? Cut off one head and two shall take his place. So that's what will happen if we ever lose the page. So anyhow, Broken Airborne. Dude, I don't know, Will. I don't know. Has to do with Arsoft. So there you go. We'll get to that story because I'm still waiting for 2 more due-outs on that one. So once I get due-outs from that, then it's gonna be on, it's gonna be live, and we'll talk about the 3 situations that we're dealing with. So anyhow, make sure you share, like, and follow. Again, everybody who's participated, specifically you naval veterans, thank you for hanging out. And all you Military Housing Coalition advocates and unauthorized advocates, like that commander said. Thank you for showing. Thank you for liking and commenting. And, of course, shots. See you.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army double the fuss, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army double the fuss, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam, every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange. Army double the fuss, it never will change. She'll raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say, Army double for fuss every single day.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at war horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improve communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at war horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
Я батько. Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат шахтера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист.
Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма. Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.